Fantastic! Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play series. Here we are in our modded series. We're using furs, we're using a load of other mods. If you want to see what mods I'm using, I do list them on the first episode of the series, so check that out. But we are now at the end of 2016 going into, there we are, the 1st of 2017. And the reason for that, if we just pause the game, is we have a new locomotive available. So I have done a little bit of fast forwarding. We were kind of the beginning of 2016 when we left the last episode, and now we're going to start at the beginning of 2017 because that's when the first vehicle for MacLeod comes out that can do freight. So today is the conversion episode we've been talking about for a little while, and also Barry's Lost. We're going to say yes on this, and we're going to look at one of the ways I go through converting my network. Now, first things first, there's a few different ways you can go about converting your network. You can either convert sections and then replace the trains, or you can convert the whole thing. So with regards to converting the infrastructure, you can either do the whole thing in one go, or you can do it in sections. Now we're going to do the whole thing in one go today. Then with regards to replacing the trains, you can either go round and say okay, well, we've got this train here and it's going backwards and forwards between these two places, so let's create a new train on the MacLeod that does the same. Or you can just delete all your trains and start again, which is pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to use that method. Now, some people have asked for a time lapse of the conversion, but I think that's because they think that I have to go around and convert every little bit or tape it up and put it back in. You really don't have to do that. You can just swipe over the whole map and convert it, and that's what we're going to do. So, first things first, let's unpause the game and head to our trains list. We're going to get every single train and send it to a depot. Now, I probably should have done this before the episode actually, as it was coming up to January, but never mind. So here's our list of trains. A few of our trains are making a negative profit at the minute, but to be honest, the network's been needing some work for a while. Like train 20, that's now in a depot. Look, just checking down the list, Harry has broken down on his way into a depot. He's now in a depot. Train 43 heading for go to a depot. For some reason, sometimes when you do the all trains go to a depot order, it doesn't always work. Right, we're going to unstop these MacLeod trains. There's no reason for them to be stopped at all. Hop down the list, get you started. And these ones too. Go, go, go. And go, go, go. Is that all of them? I think oh, good. They were making negatives last year. That's fine. We can tweak that as we go. Right. Oh, train 72 is still out and about. There we go. It stopped. Now that's all the trains stopped. What we're going to do now is delete all the trains. So we go across to wherever the train is and just remove it. There we go. Now this can take a little while, and this is a bit that I was thinking about fast forwarding. But to be honest, once you've gone round a few of the depots, you've usually captured a number of trains at once. You can see we've got 5 trains at once there. Clicking this button here deletes all trains in the depot, so that's what we're going to do. All trains in the depot. We're just going to press the Del key. Scrappy 4. It's time for Scrappy 4 to go. We'll probably need to put a Scrappy 5 in at some point. There's the train. Delete it. Now, when I press the delete key on the keyboard, it's actually removing all the trains. Sorry, not all the trains. All the windows on the screen, except the ones that are pinned. And I've got this, the train window here. I've got this pinned at the top, so we won't lose that one. There's the trains. So we're already up to 10, but as we're deleting them, we're also deleting other ones ahead of us. That's going to be difficult to click, isn't it? Let's go to the location and zoom in. There we go. We deleted 3 in one go there. Oh, good. We got loads in that one. All gone. A lot of them. Let's delete these trains. And we're going to slowly build the network back up. And it's going to be awesome. The MacLeod trains are going to increase our profit by delivering goods and services faster, delivering more reliable deliveries, more quicker times on the deliveries. Just trying to get that depot there. Ooh, oh, I pressed the delete key before I was ready. There we go. So my first concern would be probably the cargo network, but I am going to throw a couple of quick passenger trains in, I think, first. The reason for that is that passengers are going to make us immediate profit, with the cargo network's going to slip out of its position. Let's just go there. There we go. Because at the minute the cargo network is doing the extra production because of the manufacturing supplies, and it's those manufacturing supplies which are going to keep the production of those particular facilities out to a high level. If we head all the way over to these coal mines now, you can see that their production has gone back to normal. So we need to try and kickstart that process again of getting them turning coal into metal and turning the metal into supplies to get more coal again. So we're going to start that process very soon. We're actually most of the way through the list now already, even with my little bit of ramblings. So we're just going to delete that one as well. How many more we got left? Ooh, probably about 20 or so trains, I think. But like I said, deleting multiple trains all at the same time. The one place that MacLeod doesn't do so well is where there's lots of not so many materials lying around. So, oops. If you've got a train that has to wait a long time, it doesn't do so well. And the reason for that, if you look at the available trains and just spread that down, you see this MacLeod train here. The cost to run is 430,000. If we organise them by reliability and go towards the bottom here, you see this steam train here, reliability 100%, is half the running costs. This diesel here is less than half the running costs. And having a train sat at a station, not delivering cargo, is incurring running costs and not giving you any money. It is actually a very bad thing to go to MacLeod if you haven't got a lot of stuff coming through. But we'll be able to sort that out. The good thing about MacLeod is you don't necessarily need it to sit there on full load. Where's that thing gone? Hello, is that it? There it is, there's the train I was looking for. This is the train you are looking for. Anybody who's watched my recent Kerbal Space Program video earlier this week will know that I have a bit of a poor voice this week. I nearly didn't do any recording, but I figured let's crack on with it anyway. Well, there we are. We've got some of the passenger MacLeods in place, which is fine. It's doing okay on that one. Probably too many, but we'll figure that out later. Now, because of the distribution, the cargo distribution, if we look at Cargo Flow Legend, and we set it to passengers, you can see that the flows are starting to break down. In fact, they just broke down even more because there's no flows. What we're going to do, we're going to go with a hub system. So Tedham is going to be one of our main hubs. It's going to be our main hub down here in the bottom corner. And we're going to have Geffing Hill South as a hub as well, and use this line in between. Well, now we've got rid of all the trains, it's time to convert the track. So let's get our MacLeod construction up, and let's go to the top of the world. Scroll right up. There we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the map and choose an extra viewpoint. And that extra viewpoint is going to allow us to keep looking at the top of the world. And then, we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. And we're going to swipe over the whole thing. Hopefully it's going to cost less than £42 million. £32 million. That's not good. That is definitely not good. Okay, so it cost us a lot of money to upgrade everything to MacLeod. And there it is. This is why I didn't time-lapse the MacLeod conversion. It's done. So, let's see if we can make some money now. We're going to get a train. A new vehicle. We're going to start with the passenger trains to begin with. Now, can we put passenger carriages in there? Would it be worth it? I think it might be. Oh, we can't. Can we put the universal MacLeod wagon in? No, we can't. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Little trains. Little trains are fine. So we want to go from Tedham all the way along this line to Thongfing Way West, which has actually built up quite a bit of passenger service now. Right, let's get that train going backwards and forwards, but let's clone it a few times. Oh, we ran out of money. Okay. Right, there we are. We've got our first 2 trains going. Let's clear the screen so we can see what's happening. So in theory, we should get a lot more money for this time. So where is he? This one down here is in platform number 1. As you can see, we've got 1,500 passengers at Tedham at the moment, and a lot of them want to go to any station. Now the good news is that this MacLeod train, the reliability is 93%, so the odds of it breaking down en route are fairly slim, but it's also going 310 miles an hour. That's going to give us some extra wallop in the bank account. Now, I don't think there's enough passengers on the other part of the network yet. I love actually seeing these signals flick green as the MacLeod train goes through. Now, as it's going through, you can see that we're just going past this weird, ridiculous junction, that the speed hasn't changed, and it didn't even change going up those 4 bits. The MacLeod trains are much more powerful and can stand going up and down a lot better than the other trains can. These incremental ups and downs that we did previously aren't really... Oh, had to slow down for that bridge. We'll have to have a look to see if we can improve that bridge sometime soon. But this is the final hill before we come in the other side. We, of course, are full of 300 passengers. Oh, I thought it was the final hill. Apparently it's the penultimate hill. Here we go. Option of depots doesn't take them straight into the station. Brilliant. And the resulting money for a long trip of a full train at nice high speed is 300,000. I like it. So, Thongfing Way now has no passengers at it. These trains aren't going to make as much money in the opposite direction yet. The ratings are actually quite poor for that town. I have... Oh my goodness, look, it's spilling out round the back here. I've been trying to force it to grow around this area, and it has done that. So I'm thinking now maybe we can remove this MacLeod. Also, that's a bit of income, apparently. Right, now we've spent all our money upgrading the network, we need to look at cost management. Okay, let's check the road vehicles and see what we're doing on these trams. Some of them making money, some of them aren't. A lot of them are in the middle here, but they all appear to be stopped. Did I stop all... Oh, I stopped all the old trams because they weren't doing what I wanted to. But as a general rule, the trams are there to grow the towns, not for any other reason. Well, that route seems to be working okay now. We've got the Tedham stuff going in. I think a transfer between these 2 stations is probably what's next in order, and I think we need to get rid of some of the trains on this part of the network. Here at Linham, the ratings are excellent. There's loads of There's no passengers there. But how many trains actually come to Linham? We've got 3. 3 to do that short distance. That is way too many. Let's get 2 of them to go to the depot. They're not making any money, and they're not making any money because there's not enough trains. Trains to passenger ratio is just not on. Okay? So, instead of selling these trains, I'm thinking about putting some sort of... No, I'm going to sell them. We'll sell that train, and we'll sell that train. Come on. There we are. We've sold both the trains, and that's going to get us a good way towards making some... Oh my goodness, look at these. Some of these trams are not doing very good at all. I was going to put Genningville as one of the hub areas, so we're going to leave the trams in there. But basically the whole idea of the hub system, I didn't explain that properly, did I? Let's bring up the world map and talk about that now. So I'm going to divide the world up into hub sections. Okay, we're going to have Tedham and Gamefingville as a hub. Both of them are as a hub each. Tedham's going to be like the southern end of the eastern network, and Gamefingville is going to be the southern kind of eastern end of the western network. Fungfing Way is going to be a hub up to the north. We're going to use Farnborough as a hub off to the east. So these two are kind of like the centrals. Farnborough's the east, and Gaininville is going to be the west. And these hub sections are going to be where most of the trains are going to go between. They're going to zip backwards and forwards between these hubs. Then we're going to have the odd trains shuttling between them and nearby places. So for example, we will have a train between Ladinhattan and Tedham just shuttling backwards and forwards. We'll have one between Farnbourne and Cartbourne going backwards and forwards. You won't be able to go straight from Tedham to Cartbourne. You'll have to go from Tedham to Farnbourne and then do a transfer. This is so that we don't have loads and loads of trains running around the network picking hardly any passengers up. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working towards over the coming episodes. Now, let's have a look at the number of passengers coming out of Gamefing West. You can see here that we do actually have a number of passengers waiting, which is pretty good. And I think these trains are just coping with it. Let's have a look. Are you full? No. Why are you not full on passengers? Are you full? No, these trains aren't coming out here full of passengers. And I'm not 100% sure why. I mean, there was enough passengers there. Maybe they don't want to go. They want to go to Linham. Well, hang on, where's Linham? Where is Linham? Oh, Linham's over here. Right, so we've got a load of people that want to go to Linham, so that's a transfer service. Okay, so we haven't actually got that many passengers wanting to go to Genningville or Denwood Woods. We need less on this network. So let's just go over to... No, let's stay down here and look at the trains. So one of these trains will be the one that goes to Linham. Which one's that? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. There it is. That train there, train 76, is the one that goes to Linham. I think we need to get 2 of these trains out of here. Okay? I think we need to get 2 of these trains out because we've got way too many trains going up and down. It's costing us a bit of money. Now, how are our trains doing that are going backwards and forwards between Tedham and the other one? Let's have a look. Trains. Well, they're making a profit. That's the important thing. Right, so let's get one. Have we got enough money? We will have soon. We're going to sell this train. There we go. And we need to find the other train. Where's it gone? There. I'm going to sell that train too. Excuse me. We don't need them for now. Okay, so now we're going to get a new vehicle. We're going to get probably a last passenger train for now. And I'm going to make it go between Geffing Hill and Tedham. the two central services. So let's just clear the screen up a bit. So there's the statistics for Geffing Hill. We've got lots of passengers, some mail actually as well, most of which who want to go to any station apparently. But this shuttle service here should... Oh, is that bridge going to slow it down? Ah yes, we need to sort the bridges out before the end of the episode too. So now, because we are managing the trains that are on this new... It's a brand new network, essentially. We have to be careful here. So now we're managing them more. The money is starting to go up and pour in. And it will do. We will get some awesome monies from this. Right. Nice little 80,000 there. Okay, and of course, there's going to be some passengers at Tedham that want to go to Geffing Hill as well. Now, it doesn't look like... Because we haven't got many trains running at the minute, it doesn't look like the orders for the trains, the requirements to go from one place to another are starting to kick in yet properly. But this train now looks like, yeah, it's full of passengers at the moment. So we are going to start seeing some improvements in the way that it's running. Didn't really get much chance to get up to full speed. And if we look at its profit this year, 34,000, going down slightly obviously because of the running costs, but it's just about to deliver 300 passengers and there's another 80,000. It is going to bring in a slow profit, and the moderately good, these ratings here of poor and medium will probably go up a bit with this train going backwards and forwards. Once we get a few more passengers coming through, maybe we'll get a second train. Okay, let's upgrade this bridge to the tubular silicon. It's the fastest bridge we can have. And we just need to check this line here for bridges. Should we upgrade these bridges? Nah, not yet. Not yet. There are some bridges on this line. Oh, there they are. Let's upgrade those two. We don't want our trains slowing down for any reason. The faster train can go, the better. And to be honest, we're going to be slowing down when we come to this area. That girder is the fact. Oh, you know what? It doesn't cost that much. It's a few thousand. Okay, we're not talking millions here. It's going to cost probably just under $1 million or two to do them all anyway. And there we go. We are now converted to MacLeod, and we now have some trains going along the prominent routes. We got a split central node here where we've got a shuttle train going backwards and forwards. Maybe we'll have two in the future. Our Tedham link is doing okay. Looks like the saturation is pretty much spot on. Yeah, you can see, look there, we've got 76 passengers actually wanting to go to Flomfing Way. So that is starting to grow, as is our money. If we have a look at our operating profit there, you can see when we stop the trains, we dive down, and I wasn't expecting anything else apart from that. We dive down in operating profit, but we are starting to work our way back up now, and I'm hoping with the addition of more trains along the existing network, that is going to shoot up. So join me next time, where we'll be moving over to the freight network. We will be coming this way, under past Starfarborough, and here over to the machine shop. We're going to be concentrating around this machine shop, and we're going to be kick-starting this whole network again. The UFO has blown up some tracks, so I'm just going to mend that while I remember. There we go. Perfect. And because the trains are going to be moving at 300 mile an hour, it means we don't need so many whipping around this circuit. So we'll get the scraps and stuff going from the scrap yards and getting all the stuff to the machine shops, etc. So join me next time for that. Thank you very much for watching this time. If you've enjoyed the episode, please remember to give it a like. If you didn't, please leave a comment, let me know how you think I might be able to improve my videos. But we will take care for now. We'll see you soon, and leave any thoughts, ideas and questions down below in that comment section. Goodbye.